process,
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 process.
process.
And I heard someone who was willing to accommodate the difficult process of a difficult person for the greater good.
Right answer to that question. You don't want Adrian. Okay, this is a process. This is a process. This is a process. We can look for other candidates at group tonight. But know this, we are going to find you a sponsor before my stint is up, okay?
He was doing the same thing by the body when we found him. Maybe some sort of grieving process. I'll get you that list of names.
Cocktails?
I wish I could. Bureaucratic process calls.
Okay, sounds good.
While they sort through the bags, do whatever the hell they do, I'll walk you through the process. Coming in!
Pictures of you in a swimsuit.
Cats can't even process images in that way.
But he is not a normal cat.
Just need to stay busy enough to miss dinner with your father.
So, CSU's en route to process the scene, and TSB will work their crash.
with Dr. Boyd.
Yes. It's a lot to process.
Just tell them how we all tried to stop it and couldn't. And the two of you were killed in the process by Danberg, of course.
She mysteriously goes missing might not be an accident.
Let's have CSU process the car, check for any signs of foul play. In the meantime, we need to figure out who's targeting her.
He's still recovering. It's a slow process, so don't expect him to.
Who did it?
You're the one who interfered in my life.
And threw away my own in the process.
Oh, mine are just a thing.
Well, why didn't you bring it with you in the first place?
Because I came here to kill him and die in the process.
Cognitive.
Cognitive. Cognitive. Cognitive. Cognitive.
Does it affect your cognitive development?
Cognitive? You don't even know what that word means.
Is cognitive serious? Is cognitive serious? Is cognitive serious? Is interviews with orphans?
Biocognitive program to help free you from the negative anchors holding you down.
I know you can count because you're an eminently intelligent person, so I know it can't be any sort of cognitive issue, so what is it?
Why am I back? How'd you get him out?
Cognitive recalibration. Subject regaining cognitive functions.
Creativity, on the other hand, is often defined as the freedom from so limiting a cognitive bias.
General cognitive decline is usually underway at that point. It's memory loss. The work that I do requires my complete mental faculty. Your presence here is an irritant. It's a burr in my cognitive fabric.
Well, Mr. Castle shows no sign of a psychosis or break with reality, nor does he exhibit cognitive deficits other than his inability to recall the last 2 months.
Grodd is a gorilla. 5 years ago, Eiling and Wells were working on a project to expand soldiers' cognitive abilities during battle.
Novel. Novel.
Novel. Novel. Novel.
You know him, we could all use a new Hemingway novel. A novel.
Lena, why don't you play something for our guest?
Because we're not in a Jane Austen novel. A novel.
You could submit a novel, a book of poems. I can't read my handwriting down there.
We don't want you. You made us look terrible in your novel. Look around you. Like, sex is liberating.
You sound burnt out. Maybe you ought to retire, write a book. Don't all you newspaper guys got a novel buried somewhere in their heart?
Yeah, I don't want to write a novel.
Right? It's just like transformation, you know, like he's seeing too far into the future.
Okay.
I like this idea for a novel.
An Imperial Affliction.
Okay. What's that?
It's a novel. It's my favorite novel.
Caught me red-handed. I'm such a sucker for the classic American novel.
I didn't know you were working.
I write novels, stories, things like that.
No, I will not stop talking about a novel that blogcritics.org/reviews said was a page-turner.
Arise. Arise.
Arise.
Arise. Arise.
Why I developed plans for containing any or all members of the JLA, should the need ever arise. Arise. Arise.
Spiders almost never noticed.
So no evidence will arise, implicating Lorenzo's lover.
Sir, like the rest, yes, I would like to start a private practice eventually, but I could be persuaded otherwise if the right opportunities were to arise. Arise.
Have a guest.
My apologies, madam. I have just risen. You must think me a fright, miss.
If we do not act decisively in defense of freedom, new Cubas will arise from the ruins of today's conflicts.
Tests of my sobriety arise almost daily. You were just the most recent. I thought perhaps he'd retained a keepsake, some schematics, some leverage to hold over you should the need arise.
That thing which arises in you when passions are aroused. Good sense escapes you.
I'm handling it. Handle it better. I've worked too hard and planned for too long to have complications arrive so close to the end.
Where one falls, two more rise.
Sam.
When boys and girls live in the same home, awkward situations can arise.
The king in the north arises.
Proceed. Proceed.
Proceed.
Proceed.
Proceed.
With him. He might have said or done something that could lead me to him.
You are to stand down, proceed to the consulate, proceed to the consulate, proceed to the consulate, and present yourself for exfil and debrief. Acknowledge.
You're here at this weird Hooters thing, and so now I'm just trying to figure out how to proceed.
What you just... Tribunal, we enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
Proceed.
How to proceed.
Get his attention.
Escort 6-0, proceed to Wishbone and engage hostile.
It's in the neighborhood of 100 mil. Seems there's a lot of infighting among our 3 dead lawyers about how to proceed.
What's happening out there?
They've called counsel to debate how they wish to proceed.
That should be productive.
Justice for my father.
Emily, there are a lot of people who don't want this trial to proceed. Dangerous people.
Engagement is denied. This case will proceed to trial.
Negative. Do not abort. Proceed as planned.
This is your op, Morse. So tell me, how do you want to proceed?
Amongst yourselves, make sure you want to proceed.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, you moved to the corner. This building is compromised. Everybody proceed with caution.
Haven't when he hit, and I've got live wires I'm trying to keep clear of.
Copy 81. Proceed with extreme caution.
We'll do.
Regard.
Regard.
Regard. Regard. Regard.
A selfish, self-absorbed man with a lot of muscle, but no regard for anyone but yourself.
Tell me more.
I'm serious. Adrian, if you have any regard for me whatsoever, you will not involve him in your disgusting little hobby.
So the question is, do I have any regard for you? Regard for you.
But even now, every snake in China still regards him as a hero.
Gentlemen, I regard today's proceedings with the utmost gravity.
Your culture is much older and deeply rooted, and I hold it in the highest regard.
Sir, in regards to finding a replacement word for beast, what are your thoughts on fandango?
I said that you hold her in high regard.
Given the behavior of this artist, I hear you hold in high regard.
There, no clarity with regards to our fat friend's facial features here.
Couldn't make it, but he,
sends his regards.
Turn around.
What were you thinking?
I did what I had to.
Without any regard for the feds, for the NYPD, for me.
No, actually, sir, I have a very high regard for how perceptive you are.
I'll make sure to send Henry regards.
Cake.
Cake. Cake. Cake. Cake.
Comes as a powder. You can liquefy it, spray it, bake it in a fucking cake, and cake, and cake.
They'll spot our position.
Shoot. Can't bake a cake. Can't bake a cake. Can't bake a cake without breaking some eggs.
So you get the dream job and the girl. It's like you had to choose between cake and pie, cake and pie, cake and pie, and someone invented cake pie.
They're going very well.
Costing me a fortune. Anything to show for it?
More cake, Father?
Just to fit into.
I could come with. Who doesn't like cake?
Well, you don't. You always say cake is a weak man's pie.
Well, we could have a wedding pie.
Okay.
This place is too good to be true.
You're bumming me out. I'm gonna get more cake.
Why here? What was he up to?
Go! Funnel cake vendor?
Remember seeing Ted.
And so, you know what? Inside the cake is ice cream, too. Chocolate mint.
And planning the, wedding between the florist and the hundreds of kinds of cake filling and who could sit next to who.
To discuss him, except once a year on his birthday, we buy him a cake and candles and a gift we think he would have enjoyed, and we talk about what he would have been like.
We shot that in L.A. Rainey insisted the cake be purple. Must have brought 5 cakes that weren't purple enough.
Comprehend.
Comprehend. Comprehend. Comprehend. Comprehend.
Comprehend why you continue to stand by my side.
Does not. Besides, how would that little skinny girl throw Madison up against the ceiling?
With powers we have yet to comprehend. We comprehend. We comprehend.
I'm sorry I've been reduced to stalking my own daughter.
Because you can't seem to comprehend that I can't make the whole world stop.
Well, I find it quite difficult to comprehend, or more to the point, believe that you believe, sir.
One of my dearest friends once told me that when people dream of marrying royalty, they rarely comprehend what it actually means.
When people dream of marrying royalty, they very rarely comprehend what it really means.
You're not in the best position to be handing out parenting advice. Have you ever even taken care of a goldfish? Do you comprehend what it is to be responsible for another human being?
My father had a name for me, one you couldn't comprehend. I think the closest example would be the Latin equus.
My body, my wings, my connection to our Father, they damned me to the darkness. And you can't comprehend what that means.
What did the doctor say?
Well, only what their small minds can comprehend. My only son. What can you possibly understand about that?
You're right. I cannot comprehend what you're going through, but I do know what your son went through. I was with him the entire time. All right?
Occasion.
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 These are usually reserved for after breakups or Dancing with the Stars eliminations. What's the occasion? What's the occasion? What's the occasion?
I might flirt with students on occasion, but believe me, it was never unwelcome.
'Tis a wonderful occasion. 'Tis a wonderful occasion. 'Tis a wonderful occasion. I must admit, I was a little bit worried about coming to Australia at first.
And I understood this to be an occasion for all members of the community.
I'm going to go out on a limb and assume your department is not at my disposal?
Well, what do you know? You can still get things right on occasion.
Open it on a special occasion, like maybe when you make partner.
drink?
Actually, I brought something that I was going to save for a special occasion, but this seems pretty special.
Doesn't that open you to rabble?
On occasion, yes.
It is the most thrilling and solemn occasion when a man and a woman decide to unite forever.
You look very pretty. What's the occasion?
Mom and Walter are having a dinner party with some babe muckety mucks.
What's the occasion?
I decided to go to my dad's thing.
Let me bathe and dress for the occasion. Once I'm presentable, I'll call on the Septon immediately.
Special occasion. Getting my ass kicked.
Those are a dull option for such an occasion. Don't you agree?
I've been saving this for a special occasion or something.
Formulate.
Formulate. Formulate.
Formulate.
Formulate.
You asked me to formulate a plan. That's what I've done.
I asked you to formulate a plan, to formulate a plan, to formulate a plan that would secure the support of the Navy in our efforts.
In a building this size, there would be places to hide. Finally, I formulated a plan. I formulated a plan. I formulated a plan.
Berg said he formulated a new plan. I guess you're it. Also, based on my consultations with my, professional colleagues, I can hopefully formulate some kind of a treatment.
No one really trusts Meisner and the methods he formulated during his vagabond days in Vienna.
You doubt me?
No. I have faith in your ability to formulate a plan more effective than this.
It isn't just any makeup. It's formulated for high-definition cameras.
With the vertigo-tainted vaccine, Queen Consolidated's Applied Sciences Division was able to formulate a non-addictive treatment.
And how is he able to formulate the connection? Is it physiological or psychological?
Well, I'd like to speak to my team and formulate a plan.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Agent. Agent.
Agent.
Agent. Agent.
Push back.
WIA agents are down. Agent Jenkins, transport. Immediate. Agent Jenkins. Agent Jenkins. Agent Jenkins.
Clear the rooms. Check their weapons.
Agent Jenkins. Agent Jenkins. Agent Jenkins, what the hell just happened over there?
What just happened, sir, is that you sent me into a damn ambush.
J.B. Bernstein. Oh, the agent. Yes, the agent.
Exactly.
Yeah, I seen him in here. Why?
Well, I'm his agent. I'm Ben Ryder.
Manny Perez was killed in a DEA sting. Unfortunately, we lost several great agents. We're asking the public if you have any knowledge of the whereabouts of Agent Brian Michelson to contact us.
Thank you very much, Agent Imani Cole.
Federal agents, put your hands on your head now. All right, spread out. Everything goes. Computers, files.
Come on, Rivers.
But before I finished, the door broke open and 10 agents came in, Gonganbu, government agents. They threw me on the floor.
If you're agents from the U.S. Treasury and I ask to see your badges, you have to show me them, correct? May I see your badges, gentlemen?
And, Lana Delaney, this FBI agent, that's flexible?
Yeah?
Boys and girls, meet FBI agent Benjamin Reynolds.
Oh, hey, kids, how you doing?
Hi, Agent Ben.
I was hoping we could make a trade.
You were hoping, or Zoya was hoping?
I'm here as a free agent.
Free agent?
Don't get mad at me. Zoya's the one who stole your shit.
No.
LinkedIn?
No.
Twitter?
No.
Friendster?
Friendster. I'm an undercover agent. I love Friendster.
Fine. Then how about we skip the agent and you bring me down to the record label and introduce me to Mr. Beta?
Okay, so you can't get an agent, but you want to go have a meeting with the head of the record label.
Yeah.
Nurture. Nurture.
Nurture. Nurture.
Nurture.
The mothers here nurture their young, nurture their young, nurture their young.
And we changed the way that things are going to be done, man. Nurture and foster. Nurture and foster. Nurture and foster.
Things change, times change. But we've created the first city-state in the new America, and I want to nurture it. I want to nurture it. I want to nurture it. I want to turn it into something greater.
Who just realized,
Come on, hurry up!
God, Mom, relax.
there isn't room for every perfectly nurtured, organically fed, well-tutored...
Straight? Please, of course you were programmed. By nature or nurture or both. And to be honest, Caleb, you're...
had been a first-string tailback himself. Kent had nurtured his son to play since his fledgling days in Pee-wee.
One was the procreation of children, to be brought up in the fear and nurture of the Lord and...
By acknowledging our animal nature. The instinct to protect and nurture, for example, by, say, offering to share one's lair.
Bad eyes for you. Your mother saw that she needed someone to nurture her gifts, not doubt them.
And you're that someone?
Head. It's just like, is it nature or nurture?
Born here, and I hope to die here. I claim no career beyond the nurture of this house and the estate. It is my third parent and my fourth child. Do I...
Bomb.
Bomb. Bomb. Bomb.
Bomb.
Take apart my ship without asking me? See, what is this?
Don't touch that. It's a bomb. It's a bomb. It's a bomb.
A bomb?
Yep.
And you leave it lying around?
C4. Highly explosive. You put them all together, you got a bomb. 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 Not very sophisticated, but very powerful.
So decoy like before. A little car bomb goes off here. The crowd clears, security rushes in, and that is when Mr. Big Ass Mother F Bomb under the stage.
Gather myself.
Please hurry! There's a bomb wired to the timer in the control booth.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first off, you don't light a ticking bomb. Okay, you set it, it has a timer.
Whatever,
that's why it ticks.
whatever. Okay, it has a timer. Well, you know what? It's ticking.
Hey, Jesse.
Grace?
How come you're not in school?
I'm scared. What about you?
We're gonna be homeschooled.
Well, you got the easy ones. I have a ticking time bomb in there, okay?
Rashid was targeted. He had no idea that he was carrying the bomb.
Phosphorus patch bombs. Maybe I am losing my mind.
No. I figure the bombs took him by surprise.
You have no idea. Evidently, there's a bomb scare in Los Angeles.
A bomb scare?
But hear me out. The atomic bomb was the Manhattan Project. Windows 95 was originally Project Chicago.
Verse.
Verse. Verse.
Verse.
Verse.
Or people from underdeveloped worlds to hear that their planet is not the only inhabited planet in the verse. Verse. Verse.
Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20, verse 20, verse 20. Jesus said,
In his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion. Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 7, verse 7, verse 7. I love it.
In closing, we're going to read one more verse, and I'm going to read.
Go on, Father.
Well, here it is. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 13, verse 16. Samaria
is good. His unfailing love endures forever, and his faithfulness continues through all generations.
Now the Bible I see.
The opiate of the masses?
You know what happens next after that verse you cited? Flower?
Rose.
And these numbers, 617.
Could be biblical. Chapter 6, verse 17.
617, 617.
Know the difference.
1258. What do you think that means?
Time, address, Bible verse.
Or maybe it's
Look, what do you got?
Found the latest verse from our poet.
What does it say?
It says,
Matthew chapter 23, verse 12.
Canon.
Canon. Canon.
Canon.
Canon.
Anya, my friends are dead!
Grimaud Tourneur does not sell people over.
Well, then how'd you know about that cannon? Cannon.
I sold it to Colonel Lupo.
more, Snow. You know, for all your bluster and your bullshit, you're nothing but cannon fodder. Cannon fodder. Cannon fodder. You're cannon fodder and they don't need you.
Casualties were high, and they needed more soldiers.
You mean cannon fodder, cannon fodder, cannon fodder?
We needed killers.
Lucia, get a cannon ready.
Foul. Well then, we've always got to make sure we got the biggest cannon.
He knows what we're getting ourselves into. We do not.
He's a loose cannon.
Worst comes to worst, we let the cannon loose.
Don't pretend you care about the 8 balls. You use them as cannon fodder.
What's that supposed to mean?
War is on the way.
Then we'll have to face it as bravely as we can.
Thank you, Mr. Cannon Fodder.
I'm good in a fight. At the very least, he can draw fire. What, now I'm cannon fodder?
Henry, quick, it's coming from over there.
No, it's this way.
Has cannon fire damaged your hearing? It clearly came from over there.
We need you to load the cannon with the chain shot. Come on, now!
Join them.
With what weapons there, Chief?
We've pieced together a pressure cannon we can rig up. Should buy Ding in a little time.
Saint.
Saint. Saint.
Saint.
Saint.
Your husband is a saint, saint, saint. And we must all cherish him for Russia's sake.
I don't like cream, and I don't judge.
You don't judge. It's a fucking saint, huh? A saint, huh? A saint, huh?
To this town, right? He helped them.
Oh, he tried.
He was a friggin' saint. Saint. Saint.
Yes.
The guy was like a saint. All the charity work, the environmental progress his company was making.
I'm telling Shell you started it.
She thinks I'm a saint.
She doesn't know you.
No, I thought for sure she was going for a 2-story swan dive.
You're one horrible
guy. Yeah, right. You're a saint, huh?
You're just a saint. You like that drink?
Sometimes. Just because he's dead doesn't mean he was a saint.
She's not the saint that you make her out to be.
No, he's not weird. He's a saint, and you will miss him when he's gone. One day.
Yeah, Clyde was no saint, but he was family.
Thank you.
All right, Finch, this guy's a saint.
I'm not so sure.
Form.
Form. Form.
Form.
Form.
Is meant to be, and you don't just barrel into other people's lives like this. This is bad form. This is bad form.
Bad form.
My name is Captain Megasis, from the planet Inspiron. I just crash-landed, and I took the form of some Earthling.
Who are you?
Who? Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
Your employee IDs. Then I'm going to fill out requisition form 43A.
Guys, we need to form a ground floor basketball team ASAP.
No one looks at my form as you do.
No one looks at any form as I do. Go peddle your wares with Botticelli. He's an easy mark.
Sapphic dalliance, fingers crossed for the last one.
He's got a form of Tourette's.
So what about the tattoos?
At first, I thought there was some form of encryption.
Included on that list was Passageway's contract termination form.
Begged me to sign that form. And when I said no, he took out his gun, put it in my mouth, and told me if I didn't sign the form, he would paint the walls with my brains. Angels, the dogs of heaven. They were lesser spirits without a physical form.
I can't form an alliance with you.
It can't take the same rigors as your physical form. It will bend to my will.
Statistics.
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 When I criticize quantitative analysis, it's not because statistics don't tell us anything.
Well, that can't all be statistics. Hate the statistics. Hate the statistics. Hate the statistics. Not the statistician.
Yeah, but they're not offing each other in record numbers all over America. Look at the statistics, for Christ's sakes.
Classes, what will you be taking in January?
Intro to statistics, microeconomic theory.
I am very well aware of the statistics, but I haven't given up hope, and neither should you.
Can we skip the sad statistics and get to the part where I write you a check?
It's not going to be that easy this year, Adrian.
Okay, yeah, we could do an end-to-side transfer. The statistics are really, really good.
What else? Wow. So you're going to take physics, probability and statistics, advanced chemistry.
I've looked at all the information you provided, including the company profile, growth rate, consumer analytics, statistics, and data points per target.
And if you want more detailed information, research, statistics, you can contact Jillian or myself.
Suspicious.
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 Suspicious. Suspicious.
So if this is where he kept it, and if there was sensitive information about her past on it, maybe these scratches made him suspicious, made him suspicious, made him suspicious. Went off. That's where executive undersecretaries go.
Did you notice anything suspicious? Suspicious? Suspicious?
No, it was just lunch.
Escalated. I'm asking our citizens to keep a close eye out and to report anything suspicious. Suspicious. Suspicious.
He told them that there were 6 of us, so that they're expecting 6. It would be suspicious not to show up at this point.
People smarter than him. Since he's not very bright, he's suspicious of a lot of people.
You should see a neurologist. You're acting very strange.
No, I'm not acting
Definitely
strange.
acting strange, acting suspicious.
I'm tired.
He reports back to Bello.
No. Bello did not send him after me.
Okay, but Mike, if Eddie gives him anything suspicious, he'll slit your throat and dump your dead body in the LA River.
Right. You saw some suspicious activity. The responding officers found a perp trying to dump a corpse into some wet cement in the building's foundation.
What do you mean?
Anything that might indicate suspicious activity.
Well, if there was anything suspicious, detective, it'd be in the report.
Connie Law, did you notice anything out of the ordinary in the minute before the explosion? Anyone suspicious?
Bills, a woman who doesn't seem to exist. I find that suspicious.
Thinking that your boyfriend's up to no good, that's typically more my thing than yours.
I saw you drive up from my porch over there. I've seen a lot of suspicious things from that porch.
You said to call if there was anything suspicious? This guy went through the tour twice. Nobody does that.
Destination.
Destination.
Destination. Destination.
Destination.
All right. New destination, new destination, new destination. No more islands, no more mountains. I need something that's hot, flat, and dry.
And I thought this was my destination. Destination. Destination.
There's an unmanned food and fuel station outside Guantanamo Bay. For the moment, that is our destination. Destination. Destination.
Hospital ship USNS Solace departed Naval Station Norfolk 2 weeks ago bearing south-southeast.
Destination.
That's just it, sir. The harbor master log doesn't show one.
My God, what are you doing?
Just prepping for a little bit of this.
Tahiti?
Photo's #1 most romantic honeymoon destination.
It's amazing!
Good or bad? You know, France is a favorite destination for foreigners. Are you staying long?
Vacations are, but you can't give up, Russ.
Well, why not? I mean, they always say it's not the destination, it's the journey, right?
The journey sucks. That's what makes you appreciate the destination.
Who am I?
I love you. That's what I said.
Love you
I said
too.
I love you.
Let's just see how far it is.
You are 9.2 miles from your destination.
All right. 6 hours. Any point on this circle could be their final destination.
Pilot out of Teterboro, he said Alice paid him 50 grand in cash to be on standby with a full tank of gas, destination unknown.
He wouldn't stay long watch.
Every night, he would drive to the same destination, a block in Alphabet City.
Any destination?
Mexico.
I'll let you know. You want to fly?
Desperately.
Good. Here's our destination.
Restrict.
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 Lately, and I think it best we restrict her visitors, and no phone calls either, without notifying me first.
You're in a restricted area. Restricted area. Restricted area.
I'm doing yard work for PI. We need...
Damn it, Oliver, she's in trouble. Where are you?
This is a restricted area. This is a restricted area. This is a restricted area. Let's see some...
Attention, unidentified aircraft. You are in a restricted airspace and not clear for landing.
Jerusalem Tower.
It's not that easy, Fish. That's a restricted area. I gotta be able to justify it to the bulls now. There's gotta be some actual work to be done in there for me to get in there, you follow?
Then you better figure it out.
Granting favors to Schofield because Schofield helped him with his personal projects, thereby exposing him to certain restricted areas where he may have been able to obtain a key to the infirmary.
Bullshit. Sir, you can't be in there.
You need to calm down. ICU visitations are restricted to immediate family only. Are you family?
You can't go back there. This area is restricted.
That one.
Sir, this is a restricted area. I'm pretty sure this is a restricted area.
Excuse me. This is a restricted area.
Profession.
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 All we can be sure of is that Olivia is now aware of your wife's former profession. Former profession. Former profession.
Honestly, I disagree with your profession. Profession.
I'm sure you do. Usti kadek pendit. Yes. As a matter of fact, it did. Did he, as per his profession, go undercover with Gusti and ride that relationship to Martoon Sarkisian?
Isn't it common for men in your profession to imbibe?
Common enough, and yours?
I'm sorry?
Your profession, doctor, psychiatry.
Yes.
I always heard it was overrun with boozers and drunks.
I've always thought you could have been at the very top of your profession if only you believed you could.
She was just having a little fun, right, Gracie?
Yeah.
Looks like you work in the world's oldest profession.
What's the world's oldest profession?
Being an angel was the very first job there was.
Beautiful angel.
Perhaps your silence is because you would prefer not to admit to your true profession of prostitution.
You turned in your hour of need to the world's oldest profession. To some gusto, I'd say.
The Whitball Seal executives were beef-witted sociopaths who had sold the world on the idea that playing three-card Monte was somehow a respectable profession.
In his profession, you never know when it might be useful.
Most people think that writing is a solitary profession, that we spend our days in our imaginary worlds.
Your profession is murder.
You've taken lives.
For the good of others.
This is his profession, his livelihood. I mean, take a class, care a little. But he has no idea how mediocre.
Principle.
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 Where I would insert that word.
It's nothing personal. You still my nigga, but I gotta slap the shit out of you based on principle.
Let's get back to what's going on. No. Wait, principle? 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 Okay, you want to talk principle.
I want it from you.
I want it from them. It's the principle. It's the principle. It's the principle.
Principle. You want to get yourself killed over principle.
This woman now. I do not want your money. I do not want your signature. Thank you very much. It's the principle. Principle. Principle.
Enthalpy, entropy, Pauli exclusion principle.
Sure. Well, this works on the same principle.
In principle, I could arrest you for violating curfew.
True.
I do care, but you've always been bound by the principles of honor and goodness.
Wouldn't be. But this one's got some strange hang-up about principles and integrity.
Is heat given off by electricity production?
Exactly. It's a principle of thermodynamic efficiency.
For letting us believe you were dead? For weeks?
Or for abandoning every principle you claim to have by getting into bed with Malcolm Merlin.
Potential pitfalls. The Nabokov principle of self-consistency, for example.
Ro, can you answer me the same question?
You got to seek first to understand, then to be understood. It's one of the 7 principles of all successful people.
I am your new teacher, the principles of microeconomics.
Jealousy. Jealousy.
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
You mean like jealousy? Jealousy? Jealousy?
Like jealousy.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't like someone else's hands on my girls.
Wife? I don't know if you know this about me, Kenny, but the gene for jealousy, recessive.
That's...
Do you think I don't see what's going on in that dyke brain of yours? Your jealousy is fucking up our working relationship.
So you have real feelings like love and jealousy, like a real person?
I am real.
I consider jealousy to be insulting to you and degrading to me.
Doesn't that mean anything? Love has many faces, and one of them is jealousy.
I had this faint hope that she would show the slightest bit of jealousy.
Any more primping, the girls are going to cry with jealousy.
Oh my God.
What?
Is that jealousy?
No.
Scott's attention, that is jealousy.
Attacked a man in court.
Yeah, but that was a jealousy thing. The man that my husband was trying to kill in court, it's not the least bit gay.
Confined.
Jealousy.
Weak.
Money.
Prop.
Women.
Hope.
Utter. Utter.
Utter. Utter.
Utter.
Oh, the project. Well, it's utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. Of course, naturally, the bagatelle of a man with more money.
I get the impression that the Orient, China, not utter bilge, not utter bilge, not utter bilge.
Well, I thought that was quite good, considering...
Are you all right?
This was a mistake.
Who's your idea?
It's an utter violation of the proud traditions of these meetings. They're meant to be anonymous. And here we are.
Upon the white trunks of decayed trees, with an utter depression of soul.
Which is degradation, which is utter submission.
Not that he felt that way, as it turns out.
You utter prick.
Oh, it was just the postcards!
Did you actually hear him utter the words, I agree, or did you only hear what you wanted to hear? Morning.
It's just soul-crushing in its utter banality.
Theory. Only to find that it was a complete and utter bloody waste of time. 50, 100 times?
Diamondback. I've whittled it down to 3 possibilities as to what that means and why Whitney would utter it with her dying breath.
Yesterday, we saved his life. He can barely utter a thank you.
But most ladies avert their eyes.
Stop changing the subject. The topic at hand is your utter lack of judgment.